Everybody, Jim and Casey here. What's happening, guys? Well, tonight is going to be our Keystone Leaders Update. And
we're going to get started in about 30 seconds or so?
We're going to get started in about 30 seconds or so. I just saw the clock. I'm a little early. And let me see. But guys, welcome to the call. As you guys know, this is the Keystone Update. Casey's here. He's back from Portugal. And he said the ice cream there was fantastic.
Hola ice cream. Made with cream that's iced. Different than water ice cream.
Yes, different. I learned stuff today. So it's good to have Case back and welcome everybody to the call. I think we're recording. Let me see, make sure we're recording. We're in the recording mode.
7 o'clock.
It's 7 o'clock, so we're going to get started. Juan is on. He's doing all the typing and the
thank you, Juan.
Yes. But anyway, so tonight's call is going to be, like I said, 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes max. And we're just going to give you an update. And like we did before, guys, this is what we're going to talk to you tonight about is number one, Texas. For some reason, Texas has been on everybody's mind.
Everything's big there.
Yeah. We're going to talk about the premier positions beta test. And then we're going to give you a date, a positive, solid date for the new launch. And it's just moments away. So, Case, let's talk about it. Okay, so as you know, Texas, we had some situations in there. But what I want to say first is that this, guys, okay, that doesn't surprise me.
Oh, God, no.
It should surprise everybody because it's not when or if this is going to happen, it's when it's going to happen. And Right? Go ahead, Case.
And I think the main reason why we're super excited about it, I know that sounds really weird. You're like, you're excited about this? It's like, well, because what we know is that with the type of advice we're getting, the people we're showing, the investment that the founders have made into the finest law firm, the best people, I mean, they're jacked. They're like, isn't this great? We're like, of course it's great, because we're doing it right. So.
Right. So as you know, that this is what they call a Securities Administration action. Right. And basically, we know what happened, and I'm just going to read this to you. In a spirit of transparency, want to inform everybody. Let me get our pictures out of the way so I can see it. Right? All right. So that we received a notice. So here's a notice from the state of Texas that the Texas Security Commissioner issued an emergency cease and desist order against Nui Social, Mintage Mining, and several affiliated persons and members in regard to certain cryptocurrency mining product offerings. Okay. Before I go on with this, I want to tell you something. The regulation is fantastic. Regulation is good. And especially in this market, absolutely. There's a lot of people ripping people off. And we just don't want to have any parts of it. But when you think about it, we are working with our legal counsel who was here all day yesterday, preparing a response to evaluate the allegations made in the order and to intend to vigorously defend ourselves against the charges. Because realistically, there were things in those charges that weren't correct. Right. And we have the right to respond to them. Okay. As we determine the best path forward, however, we feel that it is prudent to cease offerings of these products in the state of Texas for the time being. What does that mean? You can't do anything in Texas. If you're still in Texas, you are still in, but you can't recruit anybody in Texas as members anymore in this time being, because what we're doing, guys, is we're being proactive. Also, in the light of the allegations made by the commissioner, we wish to reiterate a few important principles. Nui and his corporate affiliates, officers, directors, employees strive. Like, I've never seen anybody strive to be as compliant as we are. Okay. And going through, like, even before this, we were sitting down with our in-house counsel to see what we can say, what we can't say. And we don't want to.
This slide exists.
We don't think Texas is an enemy. They're doing their job as what they should do. Now we have to respond. Okay. So Nui and his corporate affiliates will comply with all applicable laws and expect that Nui members will do as well. Nui's compliance team will continue to closely monitor member activity. Anyone found in violation of our compliance guidelines will be subject to appropriate discipline up to and including suspension and termination, immediate termination. Now, I just want to say something about that, guys, okay? We don't want to play with this. We are in such rare air. We're the unicorns, all right? When you look at what we're trying to do, we're going into, like, we're pioneers in the United States. We're first to market. It's going to be tough. Nobody, you know what the difference between us and everybody else that got jammed like this in Texas case? We responded.
That's right.
Everybody else took off. Bye-bye. So what happens when you go bye-bye and don't respond, you get a default judgment. When a default judgment is done, it is an admission of guilt. The charges are correct, it causes a domino effect to every other state.
That's right.
That's not happening here, guys. I'm going to tell you something. The other companies that, we're just doing it different, okay? We will address and respond and be proactive and compliant with every state and federal regulation. So what we want to say is this. This is going to happen because we're in the cryptocurrency space. This is going to happen, and hopefully it does not happen. But we're monitoring. If it happens from one of our members, if anybody's embellishing, we're going to self-police.
Absolutely.
This is too good. You don't have to embellish what we're doing, guys. You don't have to promise better returns or bigger returns.
Exactly.
You just have to do the right thing, Case, right?
Absolutely. Maybe just to give people an example. So, for example, in the state of California, legalized marijuana is a very big positive. In other states throughout the United States, they don't view legalized marijuana as a positive. So those states ban those. And there's a tussle back and forth between what one state believes or another state. This is no different in cryptocurrency. You can go to the state of North Carolina, a wonderful state to live in, a beautiful place to visit, but they don't believe that cryptocurrency is something they want to support, right? I think it's North Carolina.
Is it North?
North,
okay.
Yeah. Massachusetts. We can use Massachusetts, New York, but you could go to the state of, let's say, for example, Nevada or Wyoming or Arizona, and they're like totally pro. They're like, yeah, let's go. So what we're not talking about is whether or not one's right or wrong. The struggle isn't actually with NUI. It's actually an administrative regulation issue amongst the different states saying, well, we believe this or this state believes that about these issues. So having said that, that's where we wanted to come from. So we're excited. We're really grateful. And obviously we're here to kind of, just give you a word on from where we are on the corporate side.
So we're excited about it. And like I said, so we're fired up and we're going to move on here.
Yeah.
This is interesting. Casey's going to talk about this.
Yeah.
You can go to this site.
Yeah, and please do that. As you know, the founders, Darren and Troy and Richard, these guys said, listen, when we go into this space, we know it's rare air. We know that there's not a lot of, regulations around it. So we're going to go find the number one places people to work with. Mark Rasmussen, which you can see the second name there, he's a partner at Jones Day. This is an article he wrote about the importance of how regulations help cryptocurrencies. And just so that you're aware, this will become public information, but Mark is representing us here at NUI, and this is a part of that piece. So we want you to go to this site. We want you to check out, let's face it, it doesn't get much bigger than Harvard Business Review.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's why we're pointing it out. This is public knowledge. You can go. We think it's important that as a NUI member, that you're knowledgeable, that you've taken the time, that you've made a conscious effort to take actions to educate yourself, not to blindly follow, but to say, I have questions about this. This is something we see ourselves as educational as a firm.
Right. So in moving on from that, guys, so what's the next thing? Okay. We're exploding.
Right. The business is growing.
The business is growing. I mean, the indicators are we're going to have the best results week so far.
Yep, coming up
in Mintage. We'll have those results in a day or so.
Yep.
Okay. The premier positions that we talked about, guys, the more people learn about this, Casey, the more people learn about what we're doing as NUI Legacy and NUI whole, and then adding the premier position.
Yep.
I could not believe we had people in from Kansas. We had people are dropping by.
Yeah, coming by the office here.
Just saying, what are you guys doing?
Okay? We heard about this.
Yeah. And we're going to do it legitimately. We're going to do it legally. We're going to do it compliantly. Right. And we're going to have a blast doing it because, guys, we're in the U.S.
Yeah.
I want to build this business in the U.S. and Canada. I really do. And it's going to be very exciting. And we're excited about it. So what I want to tell you about if you talk to your upline, if you're qualified for the premier positions, we are now taking applications. Applications are coming in every day, and it is going to be an extended play from what NUI is. And then we'll also be doing some Zoom calls about the premier positions. Right. Individually, any of those, I know we talked to John and Jeremy and Juan and Isa and all the leaders in the business, and they're very excited. Once they understand it, they're very excited about it, and we're going to continue on that path. In addition,
right,
to doing everything that we're doing now in the Legacy NUI. So,
of course,
here's the new launch day, guys. Okay, next Wednesday, a day after Pioneer Day in Utah,
yep,
we will have the brand new launch of NUI.
Yeah.
We'll have the 5 positions, the 5 new enrollments. We'll have the back office. We'll have everything. Reed just flew in from Hong Kong.
Yeah, that's true.
Came in here, checked it all off, gave us the green light. All the executive staff were in here and was like, it's a green light. And we're going to launch everything on Wednesday next week. The reason we're not doing Tuesday is because it's a holiday for Utah. and it's going to be 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, same place, same time, Nui Founders Live. We're going to blitz it. We're going to blitz emails. We're going to put it out there because now it's going to be live. Now, not only do we have the premiere going on, we're going to have everything that we've been working on and the team's been working on, Darren and Troy and Richard and Reed. It's going to come to fruition next Wednesday. And that, I couldn't imagine something like, if something happened like is going to happen like in Texas and some people disappear, but we're Nui.
Yeah.
We're Nui.
Yeah.
We're Nui Nation.
Everything.
We press forward. Like, we're not stopping, guys. Everything blockchain, everything compliant, transparent, and education. That's what we do. So we're excited about this.
Yeah.
Casey, I think that's it for the updates.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing that we want to do is make sure you knew where we were, where we stand. It's 25th next week, so it's like Christmas. 25th of July. Yeah. Work with me, people.
Christmas.
Christmas in summer.
Right.
But no, it's for most of us that here, those of you that are leaders, you love and know what Nui's all about. You can see our commitment from our side. Obviously, we can see your commitment from your side. We're grateful for all of you. And again, as you go with us on the journey, make sure that you educate yourself. Please connect with your upline team leader, ask questions, learn more. I think you're going to see that's what makes us special. We're a great group of people that want to do the right things with the right spirit.
Right. And in our space right now, guy, less is more. Yep. You don't have to hard sell this. No. You don't have to. This is like, I am so happy we're in this space. I'm so happy to partner with these guys. I'm so happy to partner with Reed and Darren and Troy and Richard because they're doing the right thing and they're honoring it. We're going to make history. I really believe it in the crypto space, all the way through what we're doing with blockchain. With the collar rigs are doing phenomenal. Amazing. There is so much. We're so stealth right now, and there's somebody like, "What are you doing? Nothing. We're not doing nothing." Yeah, and we're rocking it. So, Casey and I
the biggest companies in the world in this space are calling the founders and owners and everyone going like, "You guys are doing something. What's going on over there?"
Right.
And we're purposely staying beneath the radar as best as possible till we're really, once we get those 10,000 rigs out there, once we've got the, everything in place as we continue to move forward, the new offers, it's awesome.
So once again, Casey and I, as Keystone leaders, we're proud to be a part of this. Absolutely. We're not only not going anywhere, we're pushing full steam ahead. Exactly. We wanted to do everything. We actually wanted to launch some stuff tonight, but we have to be compliant.
Yep.
And we have to be in line, and it has to be real.
We have to test that system. We have to break it and fix it and break it to make sure it's at its peak. So
yeah. And so this is it, guys. That is actually the call for tonight, the Keystone Leaders Update. Next Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, Mountain Standard Time, we're going to go live. Yep. So thanks for everything, guys. We appreciate it. You know how to get a hold of us. Your leaders know how to get a hold of us. Any questions, we're going to be posting all the response. We're going to keep you up to date on everything because we're transparent. There's nothing to hide here. We're so excited about what we do. So God bless, guys.
Have a different day. Bye.